Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
This is the We3Kingz Podcast. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Black Summer
Yeah.
and Hulk Miken.
Your boy here, yeah, he here. He here on the keyboard right now, you know.
Yeah, man, we got a few topics for y'all today. So the first topic is gonna be Madden 23. You know, that's not my forte per se. However, it is Mike's forte. Now, Mike, tell us what we gotta know about Madden 23.
Well, all right, bro. Madden 23. It's looking like a pretty good year for Madden right now. Though, there's some things that I don't like that they're bringing back. That it was in the game like years ago. They're bringing back like these field sense mentor badges. A lot of this shit has already been in the game. They just keep taking it out and putting it back in. That's one of my gripes with them with just doing this. But yeah, this year's finna to be pretty good, man. Field sense, players reacting better, hopefully, to niggas running the same cheese ass plays every play, and maybe we'll see that the AI react better to a lot of bad stuff going on the field, bro.
I don't know. I feel like cheese plays always gonna be in Madden.
Yeah, no matter what you do, Madden's always gonna be Madden. Very very arcadey, man. They want to claim simulation. They say simulation, but
I mean, that's just video games anyway. People gonna find the easiest way to complete something. And in a competitive game, they're gonna put themselves at whatever advantage they got.
oh yeah, most definitely. It's looking pretty crazy out here.
I mean, as far as advantages go, I feel like other games do the balancing way better. You know, as far as
Oh
like
yeah, most definitely.
established games, like I don't know, League of Legends or some shit.
I mean, the hardest thing with Madden is it's like the badges.
Mm.
Like it's kind of like the grand badge for 2K. Like back in the day, it's like 2K. What was it, 17, 16? Where like when that shit pop on with the X Factor, bro, them niggas they become unstoppable. It's a bit much. They put it in to make players seem more like closer to their like real life counterparts. And I say like some players it helps out, and then other players kind of like it just made them worse because you expect more out of them since they have that superstar and X Factor. But sometimes they won't play up to what your standards. Well, I feel like most people's standards would be for a star player. Kind of makes you like if you're in a franchise mode, you gotta make it like a decision in your head. You gotta be like, is he really worth the money I'm about to pay this man? Like if he get hurt too much, ain't no point in paying that man. You might as well trade and move on.
So,
That's
are
just
you
how I feel
saying
about
that
it.
the X factors create an expectation that the player may not live up to, or am I misunderstanding?
Yeah, yeah. That's basically what you're saying. Like certain players, they'll play great. They'll play amazing, and then other players just like they're even though they have the badges, which is supposed to boost them up to a nice or unbelievable level, they'll still underperform in areas that player in real life would normally specialize in.
Mm-hmm. So, would you say that? Okay, so speaking on the badges, would you say some badges are more overpowered, some are good balance, and some just don't work at all?
Yep. So when they first started, I remember at one point the badge called Armbar was OP. Like you were just throwing niggas off you. Like as a running back, you get the ball in the toss, you hit a nigga with a stiff arm, you're throwing them into the ground almost every play. You could get 3 or 4 arm bars in one
Like
play.
that Derrick Henry special.
And then the next year they was like, all right, well this is obviously overpowered. So they just stomped it out. They nerfed it into the ground to the point like you rarely see it activate, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, it was so OP. I remember getting cheesed with it so much by people in our franchise and people I played online. I was glad to see it go away for a little bit, but I kind of missed it at the same time because it felt they feel so overpowered when you play with them, but when you play against it and somebody activates it, you're just like, oh no, it's not about to be fun for you. Unless of course you have somebody on your defense that has the counter badge to the offensive badge. But I mean the NFL is geared towards offense anyway, so in that way I feel like Madden is emulating the NFL very well.
So, do you think that the badges were a good reincorporation, or do you think they should have been kept out of the game?
Uh, Early on, I felt like it might have been a bit too much, but now I feel like they need to be in there. It feels at times it can feel fun, at other times it can feel kind of annoying. It's like a love-hate relationship type thing with me with it. But at the same time, I feel like it's needed, especially now to make itself seem different from the older games.
So, with that being said, they introduced the momentum thing. I remember in the beginning of the year, it was pretty OD. Like, you just get a touchdown, you pretty much had the thing for the entire year. Do you think that was a good addition to the game? The momentum, like, for
I
defense?
mean, it was in the game like way before. I would say between like I was like Madden 08, like back like Madden 12, Madden 10, Madden 08, like back in them Maddens over there. So like they brought it back. It was also in college football for a while, and then they sort of, I'm guessing they took that out at one point. I remember like they kind of like either or they reduced it, but it definitely is. It's OP, but I mean when you go to somebody's house and play them in their house, they've been playing in their house like long enough to know like what they doing, like so on the field and stuff. They're like, so like of course you walking into the Lions den, you might end up getting tore up. Let's be honest. So like yes, it is. It's a home field advantage. That's what it's supposed to be. The 12th man, not the 11th. 12th.
Speaking of that 12th man in college football, that's also coming out around summer 2023. At least that's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that, again, I wasn't a football expert here. How do you feel about that, Mike?
All right, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm excited, but I will also say I'm worried at the same time because the time it took for them to start this project back up after they acquired the licenses, they don't have enough time to build it ground up.
I mean, let's be
So
real. You knew they were gonna take from Madden. Let's be real.
It's EA, I know, but like there was like a glimmer of hope that I felt like that they would like maybe they would start over or get a new dev team to put on it. But I heard that they took a lot of the Madden devs and moved them over. So knowing that they took a lot of the Madden devs and moved them over, I was thinking, okay, maybe it's gonna be similar technology and very similar gameplay to what Madden. So I believe what Madden 23 will be this year will be what the college game plays like when it drops. So with me, I'm excited to see it come back, and knowing me, I probably will still pick it up day one because I love college football, so I would not mind picking it up day one. Even though I know it's probably not going to be at the level NCAA 14 a lot of the older games was at early on, but it should slowly but surely, maybe 1 or 2 years from now, catch back up to where it was at. Hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, all the development is just trying to get all the schools back in the game. They're trying to, quote unquote, recreate the college atmosphere. That's what most of their stuff is at, the presentation and like the feel of the game. That's where all their resources are going to.
Yeah, most definitely. They have to presentation for college football. Like a lot of the stadiums in college, man, have 100,000 seat stadiums, man. Like most NFL teams have about 50,000, 60,000. But like them college stadiums are different, bro. Like 100,000 fans. If let's say only 2,000 of your fans for your small school like show up, right? as the away team, or playing at home against, or playing on the road against some of them big schools. Like, you go and play Bama at Bama, it's gonna be 100,000 people screaming and yelling in your team's ear when y'all trying to call plays. Y'all not gonna be able to hear shit. That's part of why, like, you'll be watching the games and you'll see, like, the guard has to reach over and touch the center, like, leg to let him know. He's like, yo, hike the ball, because them stadiums get so loud. Presentation, you're not like, oh man, it's gonna be. I'm hoping EA can live up to it. We'll see next year. We will definitely see. Ball is in their court now. It's gonna be up to the. It's. I mean, I was gonna say that it's up to them whether or not this becomes a layup, or they try to shoot a three with this. I'm gonna lead.
Well, that's a great segue. I'm glad you said that, because I have another one here now. Do you guys remember this basketball game that's supposed to come out around 2010? Y'all know what I'm hitting at?
No.
Yep.
Okay.
NBA Elite, man. I know what you're talking about.
Yes, sir. NBA Elite. You know, it is interesting when we're talking about EA and how their sports games go, because, you know, back then NBA Live was like king. You know, I never played it like that, but that's how it was, and that's how I like always seen it. So it was interesting to see like NBA Elite 11 not getting the traction it was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And like, it just makes you think that, like, what if 2K and NBA Elite was going head to head around the time when 2K was rising up into prominence, around that 2K10 time?
Mm-hmm. I remember what you're talking about now.
Yeah, because, you know, like 2K10 and Live 10, they were kind of like competitors, but not really. You know, but after Live 10, it just went downhill for EA. So what do y'all think would happen if 2K and NBA Elite was still going on today?
Well, the same thing with any company that monopolize versus competitors. If you're a monopolizer, you can pretty much do whatever you want. As we see 2K has done. They've become really outlandish with this VC, and they're pushing gambling essentially into my team, to where they can pretty much do whatever they want, because no matter what you do, you want to play a basketball game, that's the only game you got to play. But if they had a competitor, now they're forced to reevaluate what they're doing, listen to what the fans are actually saying, because it's like, oh, well, 2K not doing what they're supposed to be doing, I just go play something else.
I definitely would have loved to have seen that. I wonder what games our close friend group would have picked to play. Would we all have played 2K the same way, or we had switched each year between the games?
I feel like it definitely would have. It definitely would have depended, because as a kid, it all depends. Because like I feel like our friend group, we can be competitive with a game if we want to. So if NBA Elite had that competitive advantage over 2K, we'd probably play that. And, you know, vice versa. If 2K had the competitive advantage, we'd probably play 2K.
I do remember when Live came out, not the one with Russell Westbrook on the cover, because I think it was the last Live they made, and all of us, we got on Live not with the expectation of, oh, this is going to be a good competitive game, but this be like a simulation game, whatever, just go out there and have fun with it. So for sure, what you're saying with the competitive aspect, our group, I can't speak on like the masses, but just with our group in general, being able to disassociate from the competitiveness of what's supposed to be 2K, and just, oh wow, we can go play something else. Like when 3v3 came out, we were on that a little heavy for a little while. So if 2K had a competitor, that would just make 2K that much better.
Yeah, shoot, I remember in Live, that man Corey Joseph was lighting us up.
Yeah, that man was shooting limitless with on NBA Live. Boy, I said, oh
Kobe
man.
shoot limitless on 2K as it is.
Corey Joseph, them. I mean, it makes sense though because it was like their pro am thing, and we were kind of lower level, so it kind of made sense that an NBA player would do that. So I would give that to NBA.
And the one thing I say, reason why live is good for 2K is because remember that last live? I remember you made a YouTube video on it. I think your dude went up for a dunk or something. He flipped over the defender. And then a year or two later, 2K added that contact animation, that whole, I punch on him or dunking through traffic, I'm going to fall and hurt myself. Not hurt myself, but stuff like that. They started adding extra animations. And then in that.
Yeah, also the rebounding too. I remember me and Mike went up for a rebound, and I think we didn't get it because we both hit each other or something.
And then with the little cuts, y'all might not recognize it, but what is it? Slippery off ball, like the little cuts that you make with the right stick, was introduced in live the year before. 2K, I don't say bit, but they took the aspects of that and threw it back into the game, and it just made the game that much more enjoyable because now you added extra aspects to a shooter getting open versus just running around hoping the ball come to him.
To be fair with the off ball though, 2K used to always have the quick cut system. They never really had a badge for it, but there was a quick cut you could use with the right stick. I remember this between like 2K10 and 2K17 or 18.
I mean, the quick cut's still in the game. Not like they didn't take it out.
Oh.
It's just that you'll probably get bumped more than likely now if you don't have super off ball.
Yeah, more definitely. Because like sometimes you feel like the defender is just holding your jersey. I'm like, whoa, this ain't. What's going on, bro? It's holding the jersey. You can't even get open. It's like, oh, cut to the basket. He's like, I can't cut. He's got this person holding it.
Ironically,
Ref
even add the badge for them to be able to hold you, so you can't get off and break free so easy. So since we're on the topic of 2K, y'all know 2K23 is coming out, and we don't have too much information on it outside of the not the badges, the stuff that comes with the game, like the regular, the Michael Jordan edition, championship edition. What do y'all think about the stuff that you get for the pre-order, and do you think this would be a good 2K? Because in previous history, with Michael Jordan on the cover, 2K has been a good game. Do you think that trend will continue, or do you think 2K is too far gone?
It all depends. Like I did think about that, from 2K11, people claim that's the greatest one of all time. I personally don't agree with it, but hey, most people do say that. But as far as the what you get with it, I remember you get NBA League Pass for the whole year. You get like 150,000 VC.
Yeah, you definitely get it's my team cards in there too. I remember I was looking at it, I was like $150. 2K. I mean, the last time I seen that $150, that was the Shaq edition, but I don't remember which 2K it was. I know it was the Shaq edition.
No, that Shaq edition was crazy. It was like 200 or 230.
Yeah, that was. I don't even remember. I believe I didn't get that one. I know I didn't. I went for just the 60.
You'd be crazy to get that one.
I
think that was the one that first put 2K in hot water with the mainstream actually.
Yeah, but I believe it also came with some jerseys too. Like it was some they were selling some stuff with it, like some.
But it's not $230 worth of stuff.
So I decided to go to the website just so we got an accurate description of everything. With the championship edition, you get the 12-month league pass for free, but you got to make sure to take that off if you don't want to pay for it. And by next year, get 100K VC. Then you get, for my team, you get a 10% XP boost on your my team season progression, 10K my team points, 10 my team tokens, and 23 my team promo packs. You get a Sapphire Devin Booker and Ruby Michael Jordan, 1 free agent option pack, a Diamond Jordan shoe, and 1 Ruby Coach card pack. And then for my career, you get the Michael Jordan themed go kart. You'll get 10 boosts for each my career skill, 10 boosts for each Gatorade boost, 1 2-hour double XP, 4 cover star T-shirts, a backpack, an arm sleeve, and a custom designed cover star skateboard.
So it's got some stuff, but like it's always hard to justify those prices
150. The biggest takeaway they really got is the league pass.
for sure. But honestly, it'll probably be cheaper just by the game and the league pass separate. It might be.
Like it's cheaper to get the league pass with this thing, like in terms of over a 12-month period. But do you actually need? If you don't actually watch like sports often, it's not really worth the price, in my opinion. And if a 150, you only get 100K VC, that might get you to like an 80, because with inflation of 2K, it don't get you what it used to.
Yeah, that's another thing we could talk about because at one point, man, you could buy straight to 99, and then slowly but surely, 2K started. They changed it because a lot of people complain. It's like he's 99 day one, so they changed it and make it where you can only get like 85 or get the 90 day one.
So I have a question in terms of the actual gameplay, and when we talk about my career, what could they do for next gen player builds, like when you're doing archetypes and like with your attributes and stuff like that to more balance out the game?
One thing I'm definitely hoping for too is I would love to see cross platform come to 2K. I'm hoping that's in there this year. We need it. Cause I'm pretty sure y'all been in conversations with Xbox, PlayStation guys, talking crap to each other like, hey man, our console better. Let's prove it then. Cross platform. Let's do it. Like you can play Xbox friends, Xbox and PlayStation can play with each other.
Do you think that should be okay? So we play a lot of rank. Hopefully by next year we play a lot of pro am. Do you think that should be a pro am feature specifically, or like do you think it should be like a a mode where you can do that versus like Call of Duty where if you just join a lobby you can play whatever?
I believe it should be implemented into each mode. I know this will definitely take some time. Hopefully, it wouldn't take too much time from the like video game development, but it would definitely take them time to implement this. Like, imagine you have a friend who has 2K23 on Xbox, and you wanted to play him in a Play Now game, Steve. Like he was like, hey, let's play. Like if they implemented it into every mode and every part of the game, y'all can play it. Y'all don't gotta go and play. Oh, I come over your house and had to play you like in your house. We can message each other and just play on like cross platform on the console.
The only problem I have with that one is like they can do it. They got the money to do it. But we all know 2K servers, boy.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a challenge
That's
right there.
that was the primary reason why I believe that it should be like a mode versus completely across every aspect of the game. That way they can just, okay, look, this mode you can play cross platform. It can be for play now. It can be for not my career, like pro am or park or make it a special event. We have cross gen event like once every couple months or once a season or something like that.
That is also something I wish I was hoping that EA would add to Madden most definitely too, because cross platform, like I said, like cross platform. I'm pretty sure like I said, y'all been in the conversation before with people talking crap to each other. Which console is better and which one feels better to play on. I would definitely like to play in the matchup, see how it go. 2K could even add some rewards to it. Oh, if place this all PlayStation team beats this Xbox team in the tournament or something. that's maybe worth some money
So kind of
to
like when they do
get people to step up.
the affiliations.
Yeah, kind of like that. Get and give you rewards like in-game rewards for winning it. They could definitely do like a turn. I want to say a pro-am tournament. I guess technically it would be as like if our friend group decide we want to get in there against a group of Xbox players that think they better than us, and we get it, and we'll go in the tournament, and maybe the tournament would be, I don't know, let's say 10 teams, and y'all playing for the prize. Everybody on the team gets 100,000 VC, gets shirts for the season in the events and stuff like that. Shirts, clothes, jewelry for your player, and all that stuff. Like just a whole lot of extra rewards to incentivize people to play it and play it more and play it.
Mm-hmm. Cause I remember, I don't know if it was cross-platform, but I remember they had something like that when they were trying to get people to try out for the 2K League. They had a whole bunch of different like people like playing in the leagues, stuff like that, trying to make the team like tryouts. I think it was, or like summer league. I, I think a cross-platform would bring another element to the game that just keeps it from being stale. Because it is a sports game, and no matter how you cut it, sports games is kind of rinse and repeat. It's just It's a $60-$70 upgrade from the game from last year, or $67 update.
That's why they should have went the route of making one game that you update for like 5 years or so, and then come out with a new one, the live service. But for some reason, all sports games don't want to do that yet.
It's because I guess they don't want to stagnate, because playing a sports game is only really fun when you got your friends, and then they're gonna drag it out for 5 years. They're gonna make it. I don't want to say they're gonna make it, but they're gonna have to introduce seasons like they did this year, but give actual good like incentives for the playing these seasons, because this year wasn't. I mean, it was a trial run, so it is.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They didn't repeat rewards this season. Like, it was very lackluster, but like you said, it was trial run.
I think 2 years like for a game would be a good, give you so for it to be a sports game specifically, and then you want to scan. All right, we'll do a update for the game where your players now put into the game with your face scan and everything. Because that's really what it is. Because we get new players every year, so they gotta get their face scan, but they can just update that. Because we have people on 2K like moderators or whoever, they do their own personal updates. Like you go play now, and you do a 2K update. You got all the players from the roster from that year or the new guys coming in. 2K can easily do the same thing just with the face scan. That way the game's not coming out every year, and they can keep a good game good.
One of my issues with live service, to an extent though, because I was thinking what you were saying, with the 5 years, a lot changes with technology and electronics in the fact like in year to year. So like 5 years might be too long.
No, it's not, and I don't think so. As far as a console generation goes, console generations are usually like 8 years.
But you're kind of saying you want 2 games every console generation. Like, do you honestly think you'll be playing 2K23 till 2K29?
If they implement the live service right, I feel like it would be a possibility, because there are games I still play that are live services, or I did play for a while. Me and Mike, we played Overwatch, we played Siege.
Yeah,
I'm
yes, we have.
back into Apex. Apex is like almost at 5 years at this point. So there are games that can entice you to come back and stay.
My game that I play that's kind of old is Tekken 7, but Tekken 8 getting ready to come out. But the reason why I say 2 years is because 2K has started disconnecting servers from games 2 years prior. So what? 2K21 is probably getting ready to 2K21 is probably getting ready to go under its discontinuation. So I feel like 2 years would be a good time frame because I guess that's how 2K sees their games, like in terms of like changing out.
I'll say if they want to test it, you can probably meet in the middle and do like 3.
I think that's a good little spot to be.
Yeah, it's I really want to see like where it goes. Like sports games got a nice spot for it at the moment. It's a bit slow, but it's on its way. It's very on its way. The only thing I would like to see more between both like Madden and 2K is I want to see more independent second and third party games pop up to sort of bring different experiences to sports games. Like right now, we don't have an up to date arcade football game at the moment. It, NFL 2K is supposed to be coming out, but we haven't heard anything on that so far. Not yet.
I will say though, we are kind of sticking to just two sports, and we still have NHL. You got FIFA. You have golf. I know for FIFA, we'll probably have to bring Dan up here to talk more into it since he's more into FIFA. But like when I got back on FIFA, it kind of felt like it was the same game from like 3 years prior.
Yeah. FIFA has the same problems. Probably even more so from than 2K because like it's EA. EA is notorious for rehashing things again, like just like Madden.
But then my question is, at what point can you change a sports game outside of its element from what it is? Because it is still a soccer game, baseball, basketball, whatever game. How much do you change it from the last year to where the game feels, okay, this game feels new, feels different without it, messing up the, like, what was good about the game in the first place?
Yeah. I mean, the only things I can think of is the presentation, the graphics, controls, and the movement. As far as like animations and whatnot goes. If you got those 4 things, I feel like that can definitely change the sports games. But something like that, I feel like would need to be under a live service, just so you have time to flesh out the other 4 for the next game. Because otherwise, you're not gonna be able to do all that year to year.
Sports games are hard, in my opinion, to do because there's no imagination to it. It's kind of just, okay, okay, 2K, you have to be able to shoot the ball, dribble, and all. You have to be able to play the game of basketball. There's no too much creativity. That's why I think it would be good if we had an arcadey type basketball, football, whatever game, so it's not so much competitiveness and you can just have fun with it. It'll still be
a good one. Because they got playgrounds and 3-on-3 out, but they're not that crazy to me, at least. Not like an NBA Jam,
I think was it like NBA Street, like an NFL Street, like games like that was fun. Like it just knocking people off the wall, not all the extra stuff. It was like, oh, this game is goofy, but it's fun. Sometimes you don't want a competitive setting; you just want to have fun.
Yeah, problem with that though is EA disbanded that studio back in 2008. I don't know why they did that, but just business things, I guess.
I mean, the bigger thing too though is that I believe 2K and EA have is implementing features and then not either following through completely to completely flesh out and finish those features, or a feature being implemented that's broken and not being fixed within a decent amount of time. Like with 2K, these glitch builds, and if you and Steve, y'all know what I'm talking about. These glitch builds where dudes find out that they could change the system, like change their system from like American measurements to like in the imperial system, like switching the systems for the metric system and shit like that. and switching it and making they niggas be able to do crazy shit that normally if you try to make the build normally in the builder it's impossible to get, or if you do get it you got to give a whole lot to get it. You got to give up a whole lot just to get that.
Yeah, it's just a sad thing to see with the sports games, but I honestly don't have too much. Well, we actually have a lot more in store later on. But does anyone else have anything else to say before we go ahead and head off?
Nah, I'm straight.
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, well, in that case, this has been the We3Kingz Podcast. I'm your host, Pharaoh. I go by Forever Real One. That's the acronym. We have Black Summer. That's my other co-host. Yeah, we have Mike. Those are my two co-hosts. I actually have something I want to say at the end here. This podcast is basically just a pop culture, maybe some lifestyle type podcasting here. We're gonna be talking about more things besides, sports video games. It can be movies, real life, television, the works.
TV shows, anime, cartoons, all of that. We are becoming very diverse.
Yeah, so with that being said, I will see you later, and we all hope you have a good one.